Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB Show 18. So we got a little postseason update today. We have a new postseason program which can give us a few new players. We have some new postseason cards, which I actually don't think they are available yet, but they will be soon. But they are shown in the market. And then we have missions, prediction missions, which normally grant us some extra stubs and tickets, maybe even some packs for predicting which team is going to win in each round of the playoffs in the World Series. So some extra rewards right there. But let's take a look at the program first of all to see what this is all about. So right off the bat, you can redeem a postseason flashback Chris Young card, 83 gold, has 56 contact versus righties, 82 versus lefties, 62 power versus righties, and 92 versus lefties with 57 vision. So good numbers versus lefties. Fielding is okay, speed is not bad, but you can redeem him in that. There's no percentage towards that. But the missions, this is where you predict the World Series winner. So if you do this, okay, you get 10k stubs, 10k XP, and 1k tickets if you predict the World Series winner now and they end up winning the World Series. There will be another mission like this when the World Series hits, when there's actually 2 teams left. But there's that. And then for Chris Young, his mission is 2 home runs and 3 RBIs in the same game. So I don't think that's that bad. But moving on with this program, at 20%, we get a postseason flashback. Javier Baez has 73 contact versus righties, 97 versus lefties, 52 power versus righties, and 51 versus lefties, and 62 vision. So good contact numbers versus lefties, and that's pretty much it. He has pretty nice fielding stats and speed, but those hitting stats are pretty poor, so probably not a useful card. But there is the Javier Baez. Then at 40%, we have a 85 Diamond David Freese, has 86 contact versus righties, 107 versus lefties, 73 power versus righties, and 81 versus lefties, and 65 vision. So contact numbers are pretty good. His power numbers, I don't think they're that bad. Around 80 is pretty good. And then his fielding stats are fine, mediocre speed, but that is the David Freese. And then at 60%, we have Edgar Martinez. So this card looks pretty good. And I was actually waiting for the next Edgar Martinez to come out, and now it ends up coming out. But this one has 109 contact versus righties, 125 versus lefties, 84 power versus righties, and 91 versus lefties, and 88 vision. So this is a pretty nice hitting card. Definitely a nice hitting card. Contact numbers are really, really good. Power numbers are pretty good. Fielding stats, they're okay. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to play third base fine, but he's obviously not an elite fielder. Probably better suited for first base, but this is definitely a nice postseason card. 90 Diamond Edgar Martinez. And then the final card, I guess, in this program at 80% is Oral Hershiser. 92 Diamond, has 114 stamina, 94 hit per 9, 84 K per 9, 70 walk per 9. So those numbers are pretty good. And then he has a 92 sinker, 89 cutter, 75 curveball, 78 changeup, and a 93 four-seam fastball. So is this the 99 that was in the game last year? If it was, I really liked that card last year, so I'm pretty sure this card this year will be pretty good also, because off speed is definitely much better this year than pitchers that, you know, throw high velocity. So I think this could be a really good card for this year. And that's, I guess, the program. So each time you unlock a player, you're going to get some more percentage and pretty much have to use that player to get the next player. So it's kind of like the Future Stars, which I think is a pretty good system. And then along the way, you do get some packs, which is always nice. So that is, I guess, this postseason program. But there will be another postseason program that I'm pretty sure features, you know, this year's postseason players and what they do during the postseason. And it's going to come after the World Series. That's the one that contributes towards the Michael Trout Immortal and finishing that Immortal program. But this one, I guess, is the appetizer. We'll say that. So I guess next we can take a look at the new postseason cards that are gonna be released, because I'm pretty sure they're not. I think they're gonna come out Tuesday, and I'll show you guys why I think that. But first we have a 95 Koji Uhara, 118 hit per 9, 112 K per 9, a 98 walk per 9. Those numbers are nasty. Those numbers are nasty. This is going to be a really good closing pitcher, I feel like. 81 splitter, 90 fastball, 84 cutter, and a 70 curveball. This card is going to be pretty nice. Next, we have Robin Yount, 94 Diamond, 97 contact versus righties, 117 versus lefties, 70 power versus righties, and 56 versus lefties, and 104 vision. So good contact numbers, good vision. Doesn't have the power, and that kind of hurts this card. But he does have good fielding stats, can play shortstop, and his speed is not bad. So this looks like a pretty solid card. And then next we have Jim Edmonds, 97 contact versus righties, 74 versus lefties, 99 power versus righties, and 94 versus lefties, and 42 vision. So great power numbers. And that's pretty much all you need is power. He also has great fielding stats and can play the outfield and first base. I probably would play him in the outfield, use those fielding and arm strength and all that. But this definitely looks like a nice diamond, 91 overall. Then we have Warren Spahn. So he does have the slow motion, which probably hurts this card, but 121 stamina, 93 hit per 9, 74 K per 9, and 73 walk per 9. So the hit per 9 number is pretty good. K per 9 is not bad. Walk per 9 is pretty good. And he has a 76 screwball, 79 curveball, 82 slider, 93 fastball, and a 78 power ball. So some unique pitches right there. He is a good pitcher, but the motion is what kills it and pretty much makes him really hard to use. But I wouldn't mind having this card. And then we have a Fred McGriff card, 89 overall, has 91 contact versus righties, 72 versus lefties, 93 power versus righties, and 64 versus lefties, and 77 vision. So pretty good hitter versus righties. And then fielding stats are okay. And then the last one we have is Francisco Rodriguez. He has 108 hit per 9, 105 K per 9, and a 57 walk per 9. So that control might be an issue, but his hit per 9 and K per 9 numbers are really good. He has the 95 fastball, 81 sweeping curve, and an 83 slider. So 3 pitches. That also might hurt the card, but you know, this is a solid card, I feel like. So those are the postseason cards that are going to be coming out, but there is also some more information. So let me pull that up real quick. So right here, these are pretty much what we've already seen in some of the postseason cards that, you know, we just mentioned. But there's also a little developer Q&A, which I feel like is pretty important. So this is what's coming up next week, associated pretty much with the postseason. So Monday we have prediction missions for the NL wildcard. I'm pretty sure the AL one is already out. That's why it doesn't mention that in here. But we have more prediction missions. Also on Monday, a postseason edition of Challenge of the Week, if you're into that. Then on Tuesday, we have set 15 standard packs with the postseason equipment and collection. That's why I feel like these postseason cards, the 6 that I mentioned, are going to be released on Tuesday with the new set 15 packs. So that's when I would be looking into opening the packs to actually get those cards. But because it's postseason equipment also, I think there's going to be another postseason card that is going to be released. Kind of like how some of these other, I guess, mini program or the collection ones where you get, you know, you collect all the postseason equipment or all the equipment and you get a player. I feel like there's going to have to be something for that. So that's on Tuesday. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, double stubs promotion over these days for the wildcard games. And then Wednesday and Thursday, Division Series prediction missions. And then on Thursday, we get a Division Series event featuring only postseason teams, 3 innings. So 3 innings is pretty nice. And then in addition to that, we have 2 new Immortals to earn through events. So it looks like the next 2 Immortals that are going to be coming out are going to be next week. And you have to do that through events. Now I'm wondering if it's solely for the Division Series event, or it's going to be like throughout the whole postseason where you probably have to get like 100 wins during the events to get the Immortals. I'm not sure how it's going to be, but when Thursday hits, we'll have more information and we can go over that. That's something to look forward to, is 2 new Immortals, I guess, announced next week. And then Friday, we have September monthly awards coming out. And we also have the final regular season update. So not a bad week. Not a bad week. We have set 15 packs. We have a new postseason event. And then September monthly award. So that's something to look forward to next week. And then for the next ranked season, we have an Immortal Ryan Sandberg. So this is pretty big. We finally get an Immortal in ranked seasons. And he has some pretty nice stats. So he has 101 contact versus righties, 125 versus lefties, 92 power versus righties, and 117 versus lefties, and 92 vision. So really good hitting stats. I feel like this is a really good Immortal player. And then fielding stats are pretty good. Can play second and third base, and he has some solid speed at 80. So this card, just based on hitting stats, is much better than the Jackie Robinson card that we get. So the way that this works is because it's a ranked season reward, it's actually not going to be sellable because it is an Immortal and Immortals are not sellable. So actually, the event might be the same way. You might only be able to get those 2 Immortals through the event, and you won't be able to sell them. But because this World Series reward is not sellable, they will give you 25k stubs for making it to the World Series, as well as a Diamond player and the 10-pack bundle. And then Championship Series gets 6k stubs, a Diamond player, and etc. So pretty much you want to make it to the World Series for October if you want to get this Immortal Ryne Sandberg. And this might actually be the season where we actually push ourselves to make it to the World Series. I just haven't been into the rewards this year to be going after World Series, to be honest. So we haven't even tried this year. But that's the update. That's the update. I think it's pretty good. You know, we get a glimpse of what's going to be coming. Some more postseason players, which should be out next week. We got new events for the postseason. And then we have the October Immortal in Ryne Sandberg. I'm actually surprised it wasn't Reggie Jackson, because Mr. October and all that. So maybe he is the event Immortal. I don't know. But I do expect him to be one, I guess, because, you know, Mr. October, the postseason, it makes sense. So I think the event is a pitcher and a batter. So we'll have to see which the pitcher ends up being. There's some choices out there. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. So just a little update. Let me know what you guys think of what's to come. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.